Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday night special broadcast. Apologize for being late. I have a little problem with a finicky mouse, and I've got some very, very exciting information to share with all of you. For those of you that are watching this on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook or LinkedIn accounts, welcome. For those of you that are students that are back on this live Zoom, welcome. And have a lot of really terrific information to share with all of you. Tonight, we're going to be talking about something very special. It's something that I normally reserve for my top earner retreats. But in this boot camp, because of some of the things that are taking place in the network marketing industry, I've added some new content that under normal circumstances, I've kind of held back. And all I can say is what I'm going to share with you is information that has helped so many people become top earners in their business. And the thing is that nobody talks about it. And when you understand what we're talking about, you understand why. So there are an abundant number of top earners in network marketing today looking for a new company. And in the last 60 days, two companies in particular, companies that I frankly have a tremendous amount of friends. I've worked with both of these companies for over 20 years. In one company, I've helped over 60 people become million-dollar earners, and now things have changed. But there's a pattern going on, taking place in the industry today. It's been going on for quite some time. So for those of you that have been in previous boot camps, especially for those of you that have been in previous retreats, this one is going to be different. So if you haven't registered yet, go to maxsteingart.com/retreat, use the promo code Great Deal to reduce the price to $99. And we have a new 90-day game plan. We have new scripts for recruiting whales. Some of them I'm going to share with you tonight. Nancy signed up 41 customers and one business builder after coming out of a boot camp and retreat. So this is a challenge to all of my students that are in the current boot camp. Next month, I signed up 62 more customers and two more business builders. And one of my business builders acquired 59 customers. Now, there's always a story behind every story. She had thousands of friends. Tiana Conte was so fired up after coming out of retreat, she signed up 6 people on a Sunday, just using my birthday strategy. And Tom has been a student since 2012. Came into a retreat, made a post, had 20 people respond. He spoke to 13, signed up 4. One was a #1 bodybuilder in New Zealand and a top network marketer. When you know network marketing's biggest secrets and how to apply them to your daily business building activity, you'll rise to the top of your business faster. Now, we've got new scripts for recruiting network marketing leaders and team builders. Only now, we're going to give you some of them tonight that help you make the connection with people who have just lost their company. Even more importantly, you're going to get my word-for-word scripts so you'll know what to say to these people. We're going to talk quite a bit about two companies, Modere, which Margie Alaprandi is a dear friend. She was in India when she got an email on April the 11th, the day before she was supposed to get paid, that the company was shutting down. Another company, Isagenix. Again, I've helped 60 people become million-dollar earners. Send out a notice that has the whole company in turmoil. Let me share that with you. Never before have I revealed these highly specialized scripts to my audience during any of my top runner retreats. I reserve them exclusively for certain key individuals in my private coaching programs. And not every coaching student ever got these. Okay? These were very, very special people. And the results that they've had using them has been astronomical. Now, why have I held it back? Because I didn't want these proliferated all over the net. Now, I'm introducing them in my boot camps and for the first time in my top earner retreats. And the reason that I'm doing it is because of the number of students that I have in both of these companies alone that are in turmoil. 10 secrets top earners know but never talk about. One is every month more than 200 network marketing companies close, fail to launch, change their comp plans, or make unpopular changes that cause their leaders, whales, and groups of distributors to quit and find other companies. When they leave, they bring other unhappy people with them. Todd started using his strategies for enrolling network marketing leaders 10 days ago, just enrolled 3 of them in a row. Rosie, in 1 year, built an ASEA business of 15,000 people, recruiting leaders from other companies. And Jacques connected with 2 whales on Facebook using a system and now bringing other leaders for my new project. I want to be clear here. It doesn't matter where you are in your business. You could be a leader. You could be an aspiring leader. Doesn't matter. Secret number 1, every month, more than 200 network marketing companies close, fail to launch, or make unpopular changes that cause their leaders and large groups of distributors to quit. And when they leave, they search for and find a new company to join and bring as many people with them from their company as they can. Youngevity, 5 years ago, 2020, send out a note to everybody. We're no longer going to be a network marketing company. We're switching to an affiliate marketing company. Mary Kay, in 2020, closed their businesses abruptly in Australia and New Zealand. There are still Mary Kay leaders in Australia and New Zealand that never got back into the business. And Youngevity, in 2020, abandoned network marketing. One of my favorite people, Renata Lundberg, we worked together maybe 12 years, became a top earner in Youngevity. When she got that email, she was crushed. She ended up changing companies. She went over to LifeWave. And in 6 months, she rose to the top of that company. She's now on their distributor board. Now, let's get current. On April the 11th, Modere, 23 years in business, announced it'll be closing. Okay. Now, Modere, over the years, has had financial difficulties, and they borrowed money to stay afloat, and it was the money people, the investors, that pulled the plug and shut the company down. There's a trend in this industry that I've watched for the last 14, 15 years, where when companies get in trouble, they borrow money. And there's a group of investment companies that make a ton of money by buying up distressed network marketing company. For those of you that remember the movie a few years ago, Wall Street, Gordon Gekko used to make money by buying up companies that were distressed, tearing them apart, selling off the pieces, and making more money than if you try to run the company. And that is what's happening today. Actually, it's been going on for quite a while. So you get these investment groups, loan money, look to turn the companies around, and after 2 or 3, 4 years at the most, they dump the company. They sell them, the pieces, to other companies. The clue, the thing to keep your eye on, is when the company has to borrow money. And it's happened over and over again. So it was the investors that pulled the plug on Modere. And they closed it the day before they were supposed to pay everybody. Margie Aliprandi, starting her own company. One of the leaders and top earners in the business. Her new company is Nueva. Now, they're just trying to get it off the ground. They don't have products in place. They don't have the mechanisms yet. So people that are joining Nueva are going to have to wait a while before they can start making money. Asma was the last president of Modere. She was very, very popular. And she was terminated by the investors last year. And she jumped right into a company called Amare Global. Everybody in Modere loved her. So a lot of leaders are jumping right into Amare because they can start making money right away. And we're already seeing it. Former Modere distributors are jumping on LinkedIn, jumping on Facebook, announcing, hey, I'm excited. I found a new company. And this is where the power is. Because Sonia, by letting everybody in Modere that sees these things know where she's going. She's looking to attract other leaders. She's looking to bring other team members. And when you stop and consider that 85% of the people in a network marketing company are orphans, they're not part of a team. The person that got them into the business is no longer in the business. So by letting this information out, she's going to attract, especially if she was popular in Modere. But even if she wasn't, the orphans are wondering, where do I go? Where do I go? What do I do? I love the products. I love the concept of network marketing. Where can I go? And what this means is, again, one of the biggest secrets in network marketing. You look at where did the top earners, how did they get there so fast? They go from company A to company B. They bring people with them from their previous companies. I have a number of friends on here that, man, they've been through the merry-go-round. Sandy Cohen, when I met her, was one of the top earners in Zango, traveling around the world, making 6 figures monthly. And then one day she gets an email, greetings, you're now going to be a part of another network marketing company called Zija. She didn't get to vote on it. In fact, she had an issue with it because Zango was not a binary. It was a matrix. And for years, they've been telling their people, training their people, binaries are bad. And now they're part of a company that's a binary. I met her at, I should say, we had a reunion at Zija's 2 regional events, where for the first time, her team, her leaders got to learn about Zija. Okay, Zija agreed to keep their core products. They were happy. It took a couple of months for the people really to start making money again. They didn't know what to sell. And then what happens in 2020, 3 years later, they get another email. Zija is now part of Isagenix. And so sometimes you reach a point, you're a leader, you say, you know what? If I'm going to do another business, I'm going to pick where I'm going to go, which is where Sandy is today. And she's starting to kill it in her new business. So this is what's happening. Let me tell you about Isagenix. And this, frankly, is breaking the hearts of a lot of people. They announced in April, the end of April, actually on April the 30th, they're changing the distributor agreement. All distributors must sign it by May 31st or be terminated. Now, why are they doing it? They're doing it because the investors are trying to, and this is the second year that the investors have been running the company. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to get a hold of save costs. So the $1 million earners, for all kinds of different reasons, got soured on the company in 2018. And they started to leave. Some of them left mentally. They stopped building the business, but they're still collecting their checks. So they have a number. In fact, the number that I got was there's 100 people in Isagenix that are top earners that are getting checks every month, but they're not building the business. So what I'm going to share with you is frankly designed by the investors to control costs and reduce expenses, reduce paying the money owners. So what they've done is they've, for all intents and purposes, they ripped up the independent associate agreement and they have a new one. It was updated the last day of the month in April. And understand, okay, covers everything. And everybody has to sign it and agree to it by the end of the month, or you're terminated. So you got to sign the agreement before May 31st to lose your distributorship and your income. You will not be able to log into your back office until every part of the agreement is signed. This isn't voluntary. You have no choice. Upon signing the agreement, you agree not to sue the company for any reason. The company can terminate you for any reason that they want to. You're signing off on every one of these things. You must be actively building the business for the past 6 months and enrolling people to collect income and commissions. The company is going through the entire sales organization to see who has been actively participating and working, to see who has just been collecting paychecks. The new agreement gives them legal recourse to terminate floaters or non-builders. And the company is terminating the re-entry compensation program that affects the top 100 money makers. And this was a very clever thing that Isagenix did about 8 years ago. For the builders that had binaries, okay, when they maxed out their legs, what Isagenix did was they said, you can take your 2 legs and count it as 1 leg. And now we'll let you build a 3rd leg, but it's really your 2nd leg. And so the business builders loved it, making a lot of money. All of that is changing. And so Zango was a unilevel. Thanks for that, Sandy. Okay, now, in March, Herbalife acquired 3 network marketing companies. I've only heard of one of them. Protocol Health, Pruvit, that's the one I heard of, and Link Biosciences. Pruvit was having financial difficulties. Again, what happened? Investors came in. Transact Card went from a pre-launch and registered 500,000 people as founders. Everybody paid $500 to get in on the ground floor, but it never opened. They raised $250 million. When that didn't fly, they changed their name from Transact to Finmore. It ran 2 more months, and then boom, the whole thing shut down. Last year, Avon filed bankruptcy over debts from lawsuits. Rodan and Fields shifted to an affiliate marketing model. And you could jump on LinkedIn right now and pull up business builders, leaders in Rodan and Fields that still haven't found a new home. Beachbody, same thing. Last year, August, changed over to an affiliate marketing program. Juice Plus, their revenue is down, and they're looking for investors. Max International isn't paying their leaders. The leaders are bailing like you can't believe. USANA, their revenue is down. Youngevity, revenue is down. Awaken, a health and wellness company, got a bad product review, and the master distributor left and jumped into another company. Beauty Counter shut down. Now, you can find people in these companies easier on LinkedIn, and we have a whole series of scripts and strategies that you're going to be able to use to connect with these people. Because once the word is out, Modere, for example, their distributors every day are hearing from network marketers at least 40 or 50 messages a day, connection requests. They're bombarded to reach out to these people. In fact, when it was first announced, I was telling everybody, stay away from these people. Save your time. And while I was telling everybody that, I was working with a couple of my coaching students and perfecting a strategy and a script that's going to enable anybody to reach out, connect with these people. In fact, one of my coaching students has already enrolled 2 people from Modere. It works. Now, it's easy to identify perfect prospects on LinkedIn and Facebook from the information listed on their profiles, your daily visible activity, and their answers to some simple qualifying questions. You want to talk to perfect prospects every day, people that we know in advance, need what you have, want what you have. It's a form of reverse attraction marketing. You create your profile to appeal to the people that you want to attract. We're going to look at some of your profiles and give you some pointers. Harry, we'll take a look at yours. You're in Australia. It's nice to see you. Let me just kind of go down here and look at who's here. So Charles Mahoney. Ken, it's nice to see you. Marilyn is actually one of the first coaching students that we started to work with about this. I'm going to check with her to see how it's doing. We got Ray. And Wayman. So before we're done, we'll take a look at your profiles and tell you what adjustments you need to make. So to connect with network marketers on LinkedIn or Facebook, you can search for successful network marketers by their name, by the name of their company, by their company ranks, or by their location, and make a connection based on common interests, appreciation of their activity, or by shared personal values. What I'm going to do so go over here to LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a new feature. Your profile can now support multiple images. And their catch-up feature is outrageous. But on top of that, they made some changes that I'm not crazy about. And for those of you that have been on it for a while, you're not going to be crazy about it either. There's a workaround. So we could go up here and we could do a search. Before you do that, for those of you that are students, go over to your network, look at your connections. So I got 11,000. Now, I want to tell you that, and this is for all of you, take a look at the number of connections that you have. And at least 25 to 30% of the people that you're already connected to, you've never talked to. Or you talk to them, you drop the ball. For some reason, you stop talking. And over the last 45 days, I am hearing from all kinds of people that are resurrecting conversations with these people. Okay? So you can go over here and filter. These people are all on your first level. And what you can do is you can come up here and search through your existing connections for network marketers. Type in the name of the company. Now, I've been working with Isagenix and Modere for 20 years, and they all know the drill. The ones that are following my program, you're not going to find Modere on their profile. But there's still plenty of people that have not gone through my trainings. And you're going to be able to find those people. You may already have some people that are connected. Now, after you look at the people that you're already connected to, now you come up here. Modere. Now, what I don't like, okay, now these are the people that I'm directly connected to. And right now, she's doing a SIA, but she was in Modere. But they don't give you the number. To get the number, you have to flip over to the advanced feature you're using. I'm using Recruiter Lite, but Sales Navigator, I think, is a little bit better. So here, I have 8 people. Now, that's on my first level. So if I want to look at the total number of Modere people, $9,100. Another way to search, type in the name of the company. You got 13,000 people. Come back over here. Now you can do this with any company. Amway. $92,000. Rodan and Fields. Now they have 65,000 followers. Most of them are going to be distributors. You go over here under people. You got 35,000. Now again, before you reach out to any of these people, you got to make sure they're active. And 35,000 is a big number. So you want to search for these people and look for the leaders. You got 4,200 Rodan and Fields leaders. You could type in their ranking. So LinkedIn is a gold mine for reaching out and connecting with people. The key for all of you is your profile has to be set up so that when you reach out to people, they're going to want to connect with you. So you can search for them by the company ranking, or by the location, make a connection based on common interests, appreciation of their activity, or by shared values. First, connect with them and develop a friendship with posting. React to any of their appropriate posts with a like or a comment. Congratulate them on their network marketing success. Learn about their history. What did they do before they got into network marketing? What was the first company that they worked with? Learn about their history. What do they attribute their success in network marketing to? You want to share helpful linkful and Facebook profile setting tips. Share network marketing news with them. Now, this is all part of the relationship building process. And when you're reaching out to someone that's very successful, they look at you as a prospect. So we're the best professional whales or network marketers, because remember that a lot of network marketers, in addition to being in network marketing, are also in different professions. So experienced network marketers is number one, experienced affiliate marketers number two, and experienced internet marketers number three. Authority figures, insurance agency owners, professional athletes, celebrities, corporate executives, business owners. When you talk to some of these people and they either have something about their network marketing business on their page or they don't. But show me a school teacher that's been teaching school for 10 years. You know she knows something about network marketing. So how do you handle that? Most of my friends that I've met on LinkedIn that have been in the insurance field for as long as you've been in it have all worked with a network marketing company to generate an additional income stream. Which companies have you worked with? You can get the information without coming across as salesy. Authors and speakers and coaches. Coaches are phenomenal. Show me a coach that's been at that for more than 10 years. They all know about network marketing. And finally, podcasters, bloggers, radio show hosts. So the strategy and script for working with network marketing companies that have closed is first, you send one of these images. If life gives you lessons, the possibilities are endless. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Or when life hands you lemons, make lemonade. When something happens that takes you down a different road than you planned, take control of the situation, turn it into something positive. What looks like a catastrophe can end up being a wonderful opportunity. Now, the two images in the center and on the right are gifts. They move, and they're going to get you more visibility. When talking to other network marketers, their story is more important than yours. Your Facebook and LinkedIn profile pages tell your story. There's always a story behind every successful network marketer. And what you want to do is you want to get their story. Is what they did to go to the top of their company duplicatable? Many cases, they got to the company by bringing people with them from their previous company. They've been in the industry for 10 years. Now, can you duplicate that if you've only been in the company for 6 months? No. However, even if you're brand new, you can find an unhappy network marketer that's been in the business for 10 years that's looking for something else, and you could bring them into your business. And even if you're brand new, what's their story? How long have they been in the business? What did they do before they got into MLM? What was the name of their first company? People love talking about themselves. What other network marketing companies have they worked with? Where did they have their greatest success? What were their greatest obstacles? What role did social networks play in their success? Now, these stories, these questions are going to vary. Some of them you'll never ask, some of them you will, based on the person you're talking to. What online tools do they use to share their business opportunities? One of the interesting things that you're going to find is that most of these top earners didn't do it on social media. They don't know anything about social media. A lot of the top earners in companies still teach that old, make a list of 100 people you know. Follow this script. Bill, this may or may not be for you, but I'm just throwing it out there. Would you be interested in making some extra money on the side? They're still teaching that crap. That's what they know. But there are ways to turn those people around, to demonstrate, hey, you know what they say? We make changes out of inspiration or desperation. And you'll find a leader. And when you follow the scripts and the strategy, that will eagerly look at your business. First message. You're all familiar with it for those of you who are students. LinkedIn has suggested several times that because of what you do, we should be connected, and I have to look at your profile. I'd have to agree with them. So as I build my network, before to making the connection, nothing about the fact that they're a network marketer. Nothing. This is the general script you use. And of course, you don't want anything on your page that you're a network marketer. So they accept you. Then you send them the second message. It's a pleasure to connect with you on LinkedIn. I've recently made many wonderful and amazing new friends. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? Again, many people won't answer you, but the fact is you're connected. Now, we send an image. We send a GIF. And let me come over here and just pull up Marilyn. Hey, good evening, Marilyn.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
I am good. Have you been playing around with this?
I have been playing around with it. I started off first wrong doing it. I'm doing that now. I'm the first message, and then when I get the connection, of course, I send the second one. I the gift goes after that. I had problems sending the gift because I did save it to my directory, but it doesn't move. It's like it's just a still shot.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have a PC or a Mac?
I have a PC.
Okay. Well, in our next session, we'll take a look at it.
Okay.
We'll figure it out, and you'll learn an important lesson.
Yeah,
Fo-
right.
Follow the script. Okay.
Follow the script. And that's true because here's where I started off wrong. I sent that the one about with them aware of them being with Modere. I'm trying to recall it from where is that? And I got, oh yes, when I sent the one about I see that you've been working with Modere and I'm also a network marketer. I got a response back and she was thanking me for the tip
Mhm.
that she should remove that from her profile.
Right. Right.
She appreciated that, and she said she has found a home with Shaklee. And she said this is the second time that this has happened to her where a company is closed on her. So I responded back and said, I'm curious. Oh, first of all, I congratulated her on her new home with Shaklee. And I said, I'm curious, what's the other company that you were with that closed? She didn't reply back yet.
Mhm. Well, here's the other thing. You've only got so much time.
Correct.
Okay. Now you're connected to her. She's now in Shaklee. She's because she's just in it. I mean, there's a lot of things, but you really want to focus. You don't necessarily have to lose track of her, but you really want to focus on the people that are
Correct.
still in play.
I
Okay.
agree.
But
Yes.
congratulations. You're going to be great at this. Okay. So I see that you've been working with Modere. I'm also a network marketer too, and I want to express my deepest regrets about what you're going through. I want to assure you that I'm not trying to recruit you into my company. No, you're not. Let's be truthful here. You're trying to see if there's an opportunity to recruit her into your company. Big difference. So as one professional network marketer to another, it's an amazing industry, and sometimes companies go out of business. I'm also a LinkedIn social media expert, and as you make the transition to another business, if you need any help using LinkedIn's advanced features, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Now, I'm sure you're being bombarded by people trying to recruit you into their business, so you might want to consider removing Modere from your profile, throwing a little LOL. And then, how long have you been with Modere? What other network marketing companies have you worked with? Now, there are a dozen other tactics and strategies that we're going to be sharing with everybody in the retreat. For those of you that are in the boot camp, you're going to get some. The retreat, we're going to share more of them. And for those of you that are coaching students, you're getting the whole enchilada. Again, these are going to attract. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. No matter where you're going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. These all move. Now, I want to share a story with you. I have a student that I started working with 22 years ago when he was a young man. He was in his 20s. He was building a nice prepaid legal business. He got his income up to $3,000 a month. I heard back, he's doing great. Every once in a while, he would stop in and say hello. But he gets back into network marketing 5 years ago. And so this was the first message he sent to me. Came back, I want to thank you for the 20 years you've mentored me. Came back recently to work with the company. My first week, I sponsored 18 people. So how does that happen? The same strategies that I was teaching years ago, the birthday strategy, the change your picture strategy, they work. And he had close to 4,000 friends. So just by making that change, he had people to talk to. Follow the script, signs up 18 people in a week. Oh, that's 3 a day. Then he comes back in November. And when you bring a top earner or whale into your business grows faster because they bring people with them. So in November, he enrolls 2 whales. Now, the strategy that he used, I didn't talk about for 2 years because I wanted to give him a run. And man, it worked like a charm. Those 2 whales that he brought in November, in December, brought in 3 more whales. He ended December with 5 whales and a motivated team of 200 people. All right. And he used a strategy that we introduced 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I started teaching the basic tactics, but I never got into the scripts. He sends me this a year later. Couldn't wait to share with my mentor. My business has now grown to 72,000 people. In August, over 300,000 members in the last 2 months joined his business. He enrolled someone that brought 200,000 people into his business. This can happen to any of you. Okay? Now, before we jump in and talk about the retreat, let me come back over here and look at some of you. Again, whether you're brand new to this business, or whether you've been in it for a long time. So let's look at Charles. Okay, so Charles, well, man, there's a whole bunch of things that are wrong with your profile. You're not taking advantage of it. Number one, you're not hiring. That's deceptive. Number two, the picture. The 4 most important parts of a profile: the banner, picture. Let me You've got your hand raised, so let's see. The banner, nothing there. The picture. And then we'll come down here. And so again, and so you posted this a week ago. $1 billion skincare company just launched in America looking for serious leaders. If you're ready to earn what you're worth, then this is an opportunity. All right. So basically, you reach out to talk to people. You can proactively go out, connect with people that you know in advance are looking for an opportunity. And as soon as they look at your profile, number one, like I said, you're not hiring. And you could very well get thrown out of LinkedIn if people complain about this. Okay? So I unmuted. Do you have anything you want to tell me? Okay. Let's come down. All right. And let's look at Harry. Oops. So both of your profiles are coming up, Harry, but this is the one we want to use. So we'll connect here. And we need to figure out a time when the two of us can talk. Let's come down here a little bit further. Go to Ray. Okay. So Ray, we got 140 connections. And that this open to work frame can mean that you're looking for customers, you're looking for business, or that you're looking for a job, looking for work. Network marketing professional. Kiss of death. Kiss of death. Because you're not the only person. Believe me, there are millions of network marketers that are jumping on LinkedIn, that are just spamming people, blasting people. You're going to find some profiles that actually say, no MLMs, please. So here, let me unmute you. See, on a daily basis, you could be reaching out 10, 15, 20 people every day that you know in advance are looking for an opportunity. You know in advance They need what you have. And when you reach out to them, as soon as they see that you're a network marketer, you're dead. You're dead. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a connection request. And let's come down a little further. Okay. So I'm just looking for the people that I've never talked to first. Okay, let's take a look at Ken. See, Ken doesn't have to talk about Melaleuca. There's nothing on his page, really. That talks about it. You position yourself to be appealing to the people that you want to connect with. I'll come back up here. So you've got 489 people. So when you're talking to someone in another company, part of the strategy is, look, I'm a social media trainer. What you might consider doing is put down, you're a LinkedIn social media trainer. You're talking to these people and you can give them advice. They're going to appreciate it. And they're going to open up and they're going to tell you all kinds of things, about themselves. Let's look at Sandy. Again, nothing about network marketing, but she has the slideshow. So when people look at her profile, and this doesn't have the same effect of when you're teaching, a Facebook where it broadcasts that, hey, we have a new picture. But what this does is this subtly speaks volumes about what you're doing. You come down here. Now look at this. You've been on here for a long time. You got 20,000 people that you're connected to. 20,000. 30% of those people are prospects that you've never talked to or never followed up with. And so what you can do is you pop up here, but we did it one time, but you look to see who you're connected to, and then you search inside your existing list of connections to see who's in Modere, who's in Isagenix. By the same token, you should even go in here and you should look for people in Zango. You should look for people in Zija, which it is again. Now we got Zija. So there's 3,600 people in Zija. They haven't updated the profile. So they may not be active. They may not have updated their profile, but there's no limit to the people that you could reach out and talk to. So this person here was in Young Living. So let me hop over here. I'm going to put the link in the chat. All the sessions are going to be recorded. And just use the promo code. Great deal. And again, we're adding a whole session on the new scripts. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Register. Use the promo code. Great deal, all in lowercase. Hit apply. You pay $99. As a general rule, if you're not talking to 10 people every day, on LinkedIn, you could be. Nothing to stop you. And if you're not making at least one sale a week, you can be doing that too. Boot camp, we're going to help you do it. We're going to show you exactly what to do, exactly what to say. And looking forward to helping all of you rank advance in your company, take advantage of what's happening in the business. But understand this, network marketing has always been a relationship business. The more you have in common with the other person, the more fun you're going to have, the more successful you're going to be. The most important part of building relationships with people is posting. Posting. What you post helps build relationships. It helps build credibility. And so what you want to do is you want to look at the person that you're talking to, look at the things that they post, look at the things that they react to, respond to. And one of the things that the student I was working with that got the network marketer to even conversation was we started posting things about time. Time. You go on the internet, go to All Author. They've got about 40 different quotes about time. The nice thing about things like that is when you post them, the person that you're communicating with can certainly appreciate it, but more important than that, now we also have a section where we've had top earners participate in the retreats. Our last retreat, we had Dr. Bob Burkowski, who's one of the top earners in come on, Organo. We used to know it as Organo Gold. So we've had top earners from other companies that have participated, that have shared their success stories. We've had Ed Bistoso from Melaleuca. We've had John McCune. We've had the last one, we had Bob Burkowski, who gave a tremendous training. So not only are you going to hear things from me, but collectively, these people who are sharing their wisdom helped over 1,000 people become $1 million earners. You'll get the whale book. You'll get the new 90-day game plan. And we've got examples of people that did it, went through it. I put it in the chat. It's go to maxsteingart.com/retreat. And then use the promo. You just registered, Sandy. I saw it. That's where you go. Okay, it starts Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's 3 days. It starts at 10 o'clock every morning. On Friday and Saturday, it runs until 3 o'clock. On Sunday, it's going to start at 10 o'clock and it's going to go to 2 o'clock. And we're changing the format on each session. Are we going to talk about gifts? Why not? Why not? I'm still working on, again, this one is going to be entirely different. Yeah, go to maxsteingart.com/retreat. Let me. Is that what you meant?
No, can you hear me okay? You mentioned something called all author to the images, the GIFs, and I wasn't sure what it was that you said to go get the GIFs.
Okay. All right. Let me do this.
They said also if you use Firefox, if you have a Mac, it's easier to download the GIFs on Firefox.
Okay.
Not finding that 100% though.
So the website is all author.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. Now you go over here and you go to quotes. So we do quotes by topic or quotes by author. So you come over here for topic. And the one I was looking at last week is quotes on time.
And they are already GIFs? They are GIFs?
Oh, yeah, no, these are all. Okay, here we go. So life and time are the two best teachers. Life teaches us to make good use of our time, and time teaches us the value of life. Time spent with family is time well spent. Family is the one constant element. So you find something you like. Abraham Lincoln, you can fool all the people some of the time, some of the people all the time, but you can't fool all of the people all the time. Time and good friends are two things that become more valuable the older you get. So you take something like that, you click on it. You scroll down, it's a gift.
Oh my. You're a genius.
And then all you do is right click and you can save the image on your computer. Another feature they have, if you don't want, do it as a GIF. You can make your own picture. Just click on that. And you could pick a background. And you could do it as a static picture. But remember that GIFs move. And you start posting things that in general, people could say, hey, I like that, I appreciate that. And you can never plan the future by the past. Time is the school in which we learn. Time is the fire in which we burn. We must use time as a tool, not as a couch. John Kennedy. Time is a great healer, but a poor beautician. So life is a roller coaster. You can either scream every time there's a bump, or you can throw your hands up and enjoy the ride.
Now we know why we come to these events.
So these are all changing, and because of the expansion of bandwidth, they're making it easier to post motivating images, GIFs that move. And you wait long enough, in another year, there'll be take anything, any saying that you want to post, and you'll be able to find it as a GIF, because somebody's going to make it. And at one point in time, I contemplated adding part of boot camp and how to create your own GIFs. And we still might do it, but we're not putting it in boot camp. We're going to have, starting next month, we're going to have a regular boot camp, and then we're going to have an advanced boot camp, because we've been trying to squeeze too much information in boot camp. I mean, our boot camp sessions are running 2.5 hours, and it's too much. So we want to give everybody meaningful information that they can use, put into practice. Our goal is to help everybody make 5 sales in boot camp. But if we give you too much to digest and act on, it inhibits the process. So we've got a lot of changes taking place, and I couldn't be more excited for all of you. And let me just say something on a personal nature here. Where is he still here? I guess he popped off. But we have a couple of people in boot camp that are brand new to social media that are going to thrive in this environment. One of them now, he's not here now because Australia, it's late. But one of them is Harry, because he's 70 years old. He's got a great resume, a great history. He's tried network marketing off and on. Now he's decided he wants to get into it. He really wants to be successful. And you mark my words, by Labor Day, June, July, August, in the next 90 days, he's going to have 500 or 600 connections, and he's going to be rank advancing like crazy. So there are people waiting for you right now. People anxious to talk to you. The other one is Linda. Again, you mark my words. Now, she's only got 133 connections. She's just really getting started. But you mark my words, she was very successful before. Now she's back. And she's going to tear it up. And all you need for this to happen, all you need is a profile. With a profile, you can go out, you can talk to as many people as you want. You want to be the person that the person you're talking to would turn to for help. So that being said, tomorrow we have boot camp, closing the sale. We're going to be introducing the rest of those scripts for network marketers. And then Friday, we're right into 3 days of information that will set you on fire. So if you haven't registered yet, don't delay. All the sessions are recorded. Until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless.